here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today we're going ahead and doing a pretty long speed build video. So this is the very first build I ever did with Island Living, the new expansion pack for The Sims 4, and I had so much fun doing this build. I basically was building a house with our LP characters in mind. If you haven't seen the first part of the Island Living LP, I'll go ahead and link that down below and up above for you to go ahead and watch. But basically, you guys voted to see this build video today. I asked you on Twitter and on Instagram, and the general consensus was that you wanted to see this build video. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys. This is just a all-inclusive, like this has so many packs in it. I'm like sorry if you guys that only have base game and like Island Living or something like that. But this build does have a lot of packs in it. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like restrict myself at all. So apologies on that department, but I just wanted to dive right into Island Living and go ahead and build a really luxurious, fancy build. So I kept our LP characters in mind. Once again, if you haven't seen the LP, go check it out, but I'll just briefly explain it for those of you who haven't, or who want to watch this before then, or who just need reminding. Basically, we have 4 Sims. We have 2 cousins, a male and female who are cousins. We have 1 lone male and 1 lone female who is a mermaid. So they basically are all sort of intertwined in some way or another. They all have really interesting backstories. So the cousins came from a poorer family who originated from Hawaii and different Polynesian islands. Their family has very deep history as islanders, but they had to go ahead and move to Oasis Springs for their children to get the education that they desired. But now that the children have got their education and they've decided that they don't want to do anything specifically in Oasis Springs, they went ahead and moved to Solani, which makes their parents so happy that everything has come full circle and they've moved back here. So the parents will eventually go ahead and move in with them as well, like not in with them, but like on the island, which would be really, really cool. We can see them a little bit more. They can visit and like we can go out for lunch with them or something. But yeah, that was our cousins. So we got the male and female. They are the lifesaver and the diver. And yeah, that's about all I have to say for them. So they will not be sharing a room. So I sort of made this like 3-bedroom house because I think that the lifesaver cousin, who's the male, is going to go ahead and date our mermaid. So I kept this house in mind that maybe by the time we move into this house, they'll already be dating. So they'll want to go ahead and like share a room together. But I didn't go ahead and like make them a separate room because I just like figured they'd be sleeping in the same bed by this point in time. For the like kids, for the remaining 2 who will be sharing a room for now, like just in case, I did go ahead and create a shared bedroom where there's just 2 single beds so they can go ahead and stay in there for a while until they eventually get their own partners. So the lone guy who's like not really related to anyone, he had his sister drown, his twin sister drowned not very long ago in his final year of high school. So he went ahead and dropped out of high school and now he is just being a fisherman. So now that he is a fisherman, he is just over here on Solani. Oh my goodness, you guys. A cat is walking on my roof right now, my neighbor's cat. It's so cute. I wish he would come into my yard so I can go pat him. I'm pretty sure it's a boy, I'm not sure, and I don't know the cat's name. If you know how to tell if a cat's a boy or a girl without like looking at its parts, let me know because I want to know if it's a boy or a girl because I don't want to be misgendering it. But anyway, cute cat aside, I think it's gone now. Yeah, basically the singleton sim, his twin sister passed away very recently. His family is a long history of doctors and business people like CEOs. So they were kind of disappointed in him when he said he didn't have any plans to go to university. But they were really supportive of him because the reason why he ended up moving to Solani and giving up any kind of like family history in the business or medicine industry was because his twin sister did just pass away. So he's gone ahead and moved to Solani, I guess in a weirdly ironic way to sort of overcome his fears of the water. He is kind of like iffy about going swimming because obviously his sister passed away. He like watched it happen as well. Like they were trying to save her and they couldn't. So that was really traumatic for him. And I think he's a bit hesitant to step in the water. He doesn't really see it as a positive thing, but he loves to fish. So, but he's like the kind of guy who's like, I'll just stay on the boat or I'll just stay on the jetty. Like I'll just stay here. You guys can go for a swim. I'll just stay up here and catch the fish. So he's sort of trying to work his confidence back up into that. He is also more than likely going to be gay, like have a male partner. So he's a male and he's going to go ahead and get a boyfriend, a cute little islander boyfriend. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for someone cute for him. He is definitely more of a feminine type, but he also still like, he's feminine in the way he dresses and he like doesn't really mind wearing makeup or stuff like that. But he's more likely to like still do like typically stereotypical manly things. Not that we really care about that, but yeah, he likes to go fishing, he likes all that stuff, he likes a good beer with the boys, but he is interested in men. So that is him, and I'll explain their characters more deeply in their creator sim. That's why I'm not like going too deeply into their names and histories and stuff too much. But finally, our mermaid sim is beautiful. She's a beautiful redhead. She's a bit thicker, but she's really, really strong. Of course, she has those obstacles from doing lots of tail movements that would definitely give you a six-pack. And she is absolutely beautiful. She doesn't have very much history. I didn't play with her before I made her, whereas I did play with the other sims and like told out their storyline to myself. But she was basically just a mermaid swimming around one day, found a beautiful island that was Solani, and she went ahead and moved here, got to know the locals, and she discovered that they had a bit of an environmental problem that she wants to go ahead and help them solve. So she went ahead and rented a house here, and she put an advertisement in the paper for 3 roommates. She was looking for 1 girl and 2 guys because it was a 2-bedroom like place, and she could share a room with the girl and the 2 boys could share a room. So she went ahead and put an ad out for that, and our lovely 3 people I just told you about went ahead and said, hell yeah, I'll move to Solani and live with you. It was a perfect opportunity for all of them to move away from Oasis Springs, which is where they were all living, and go ahead and start their new lives. Just a good fresh start for everybody involved. So now here we are. We're just going ahead and living our lives. Everybody is getting to know one another. I'm trying to figure out who's going to date who, trying to find out like what their skills and strengths and weaknesses are. And we're going to be earning quite a bit of money. We do have 4 sims in the household. So this house is around 180,000 simoleons. So it will take us a little while to save up for it. But I'm hoping we'll be here maybe by like part 5 or part 10 maybe. Because I really love this house. And I don't really like the house they're living in now. It's kind of like small and ugly. But we'll probably just stay there and do a lot of things around the island first, and then we'll eventually go ahead and move into this house and spend more time like just here. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about the characters who are going to be living in this house, but that just gives you a little bit of an idea why we have the 3 bedrooms. So it's sort of intended that maybe our mermaidy girl could stay in the room you're seeing right now, like the pink room, and then the like other couple, I don't know who will move into here, either the gay couple or, oh, I forgot to mention, female cousin who is the diver, she is a lesbian, so she'll be looking for a girlfriend. So maybe her and her girlfriend could stay in this room, or maybe our male fisherman and his boyfriend could stay in this room. I don't know, but whoever doesn't get this room will be going ahead and staying downstairs, and we'll eventually convert that bedroom to have a double bed in it as well. Or maybe, you know, they'll just stay single and they'll just want a single bed and we'll have to get another roommate or something. Or maybe they could get a pet. We'll probably end up getting a pet anyway. I would really love to see a dog like swimming in the ocean. Oh my god, that would be so cool. It's currently winter in Australia. Like, winter in Australia isn't that cold in comparison to other countries. It's actually pretty warm. But today it's like 14 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. But it is quite cold. For me anyway, for me. And yeah, quite cold. I got my little rug on myself. But it's very cold here. So seeing the lovely beaches of Solani makes me long for summer. In summer in Australia, it gets up to around 45 degrees Celsius, which I think is about 116 Fahrenheit maybe. I don't know. It's quite hot. It's over 100 degrees. I know that for sure. But yeah, we're sort of used to like triple this temperature. So that's why this is so cold to us, I guess. Like, even though it's not that cold, it's been getting to around 4 degrees Celsius at nighttime. So it's pretty cold at night. And yeah, with me doing my sleep labs and I'm like traveling at weird times of night, it's been really cold and my body is like, please, can we go inside and rug on up? So my hands are like freezing right now. I need to get some kind of like gloves to wear while I'm on my computer, because I always have like my feet tucked away, my rug, my jumper, but then my hands are sticking out and they're so cold. I do actually have gloves from when I went to Japan, and they are the type where you can use them with screens and stuff. So maybe they'd be fine to use on my computer. Like, my computer's not touchscreen, but like they'd be easy to use with my mouse and keyboard. I don't know, maybe I'll have to give it a try, or at least on like one of my hands. Anyway, if you are living in a cold country, do you have any advice on what to do at the computer when your hands are getting cold? Let me know. But yeah, I just tried to make all of the bathrooms a little bit different. We only had a sink, bathtub, shower to work with, no new toilet, which is like fine. We have a lot of new toilets in the game, but I kind of wish there was a matching one. I tried to match the one from Fitness Stuff. It sort of worked, but yeah. I really, really love the new bathroom set though. I love that new shower. I think it's so freaking snazzy. It fits really well. It's really versatile. Oops, I just hit my mouse. Sorry if you heard that. It's really versatile, which is quite different to a lot of the other showers, which are the same thing, just different like looks. Like they have the same positioning of the shower head. This one you can put in more areas because the shower head faces a certain way, but you actually step in, like, I don't know, it just feels different. Like it feels more like versatile because you don't have it how it's like one, like 2 tiles are tiled and then 2 tiles of the shower are glass. So you feel like you have to have it in a corner like that. This one doesn't have that because it is just open, which I think is so cool. I also tried to create like lots of little living spaces here because there are going to be a lot of Sims living here, especially once everyone gets boyfriends and girlfriends and we have pets and whatnot. So I created a couple different seating areas, a couple different dining areas. And I really love how I sectioned off this little balcony here with that divider. I didn't want to put a fence there and I didn't want to put a wall. So I went ahead and put a divider, which I think worked really well because they can obviously always move it if they like don't want it to be privatized anymore. But yeah, I really love the like overall look of this build. Obviously, once we move them in, we can go ahead and make it more personalized to their characters. Like, but at this stage, they didn't really have very much character yet. Like, I just knew that everybody is sort of more on the feminine side. Like, even our more masculine guy who is a lifesaver, he still like is partial to wearing pink and purples and stuff. So it wasn't as if it was like a really manly beach house. Like this is just a place for fun and color. And I tried to really show that in the items because I tried to make the house really plain and contemporary so that if you download this house, you can get rid of the colorful furniture and just make it more plain. You can make it more modern. You can sort of do whatever you want. If you like download this unfurnished, you can just add in whatever furniture you want. Or if you download it furnished, you can just change some of the swatches to tone it down a little bit. I just wanted the overall house to be really, really snazzily, modern, contemporary-ish, but still that islander vibe. So I sort of accomplished the modernness with the shape of the build and the windows. Let me tell you, I love these windows, but I wish that we had some for the different wall heights. I tried to make it work because I wanted the bottom floor to be taller walls. It worked okay, I think. Like, it looks fine, but I really just wish they went all the way because I really love the idea of putting the glass windows on the corners and having them meet at the corners so you get this beautiful like 360 view of the ocean. We even have a little slice of the ocean that is private just to us, which I think is so beautiful. I also went ahead and made sure we had a lot of different items. In fact, I know for a fact that like 90% of the items that came with Island Living are in this build. The only things that aren't are some of the like unlockable stuff, some of the stuff more specific to like the conservationist career. And what's the other thing that I didn't put in? Oh, some of the signs for like bars and stuff. And I didn't put in the bar because it was too like chic, like shabby chic. It wasn't very modern. So yeah, but I know that I put in tons and tons of stuff. I also repeated a lot of items, but I wanted to make sure that if you have base game and Island Living, that you can download this build and it will still make a lot of sense. Like you obviously need a lot of different builds to have this downloaded and it be 100% here. But like if you don't have my like fitness stuff, you're probably just going to miss out on the toilets and you can just replace the toilet. Do you know what I mean? So I tried to make it a little bit versatile in that sense that it is an Island Living centered build. Like this build was made to show off Island Living and I think it does that really well. Not tooting my own horn, but I really like this build. I spent about 5 hours on it. I had to cut a lot of it out, but I just kept in the parts that I felt like were the most interesting. And yeah, I really love building over the water. I'm just like filming this voiceover now. I built this yesterday, like all day yesterday on and off. And I'm already wanting to build another island build. But I know I should wait until I've played in this one a little bit to know like how it works, if it's like good. Like I've play tested it briefly, but like I want to know like if it's not functional, but if it's like, if it's the most effective use of like the new methods. So yeah. And I also created this little wedding area here, which I thought would be so, so cute. I think we'll definitely have a sim or two get married on this lot. Like maybe we'll have one get married there, have one get married on one of the little pier things, and then maybe one get married at a different lot. But I really, really love how we have like the backyard and then we've got the deck and then the stairs going down to the decks that are closer to the water. That is like one of my favorite features of this build. It's one of the first things I did at the start because it was one of the things I really, really wanted to get right and look really, really good. And I think it does. Let me know if you think I did a good job with that because I think I did. Like the stilt foundation really makes it easy to get that effect that was so hard to get with normal foundations before, like the effect of like it being taller and stuff. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it looks really good. Oh, also I really love these glass floor features. I tried to add them here and there just like a little bit sparsely because it's just sort of meant to be like a cool touch every now and then, but I think it looks really snazzy in that backyard area. I tried to make them sort of symmetrical, but like the house is not perfectly symmetrical, so if that bugs you, I'm sorry, but I tried to make it look pretty symmetrical and like make more sense like practically. But yeah, I also incorporated washing and like having a clothesline because I thought it'd be really cool to see how that works in like the island if clothes dry faster outside and stuff like that. And also because we do have a lot of sims, so it makes sense for them to have like a communal washing laundry area. But yeah, this front porch just looks so humbly friendly and amazing to me. This looks like the kind of place where you just like sit out on the porch with your friends playing cards and just having a lot of fun. Like they're like, okay, I'm gonna go now, and you like sit on that little bench and wait for their ride to come. Speaking of which, this island doesn't look very car friendly. Like there's no roads really. Like there is, but on this area I was trying to look to see like where the quote unquote driveway would be, like if we did have cars, and it's kind of hard to see how a car would even get here. So I imagine you probably more want to be riding like bicycles and walking and or having like those little zippy cars, like golf cart kind of things would be the way to go. So I sort of made a little path to the front door, but that's more of like a person path than a people, like a car path. But yeah, I don't know. I just, really wish we had cars, but boats will do for now, I guess. I haven't actually explored them yet, so I'm not sure exactly how good they are or whatnot, but I'll have to explore that very soon. When I record this, I've only played one part of Island Living, so I really haven't even explored it that much yet. I have mainly delved into Creator Sim, which I love. If you are a Creator Simmer and you don't have Island Living, go ahead and get it. It's definitely worth the money. But if you're a builder, I think it's still worth it. Like, as you can see, I managed to do a lot of this build just using Island Living. There obviously are a lot of different packs, but I probably could have done it with just Island Living and base game. And if you guys would like to see a build that's just Island Living and base game, go ahead and let me know and I can like certainly do that. But I just sort of wanted to go all out and like just let this pack show its full potential within a completely like finished game, if that makes sense. And I think it turned out really, really well. I like it anyway. I think it's really cool, even though it is kind of like cluttered. I just imagine it's more of like not a party house, but like they're young adults. They're like having friends over and having fun in the sun. I'm so excited to play in this house. I don't even want to play in our little house. I might just cheat them to come here earlier. Like maybe when one of the family members moves here, they like give them a bunch of money or something. I don't know. We'll see how much money we earn in the second part and I'll judge whether or not I need to like fake something. But yeah, I love this build. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, I feel like if you're a builder, this pack is worth it maybe. If you only like building, I'd say there aren't actually as many objects as you like think. Like sure, I built this whole house, but I do repeat objects a lot, especially tables and chairs and stuff, like, and decorative pieces. There are only 2 plants really. There's some wall stuff, they're cute, but like, even the curtains are kind of like, they don't really go in many like instances. But I don't know. I feel like you could build a good build with this pack just using base game and this, but I feel like you definitely need a couple other packs, especially like City Living and like, I don't know, like the Caribbean update is also really cool with this. I found it really well, especially in Creator Sim as well, so that sort of flows well. But yeah, I don't know. If you're a builder and you like the look of this build and you think you could build some awesome things just like based off of what you see here, then maybe definitely go ahead and get it. But I think if you're only really into building, honestly, this pack might be worth waiting for a sale for because there isn't as many items as you would hope, which is kind of disappointing. When I looked at all the items splayed out on a lot, it looked like it had less than Strangerville, which is kind of like, huh? Like, I don't know, I didn't actually count, but it just, at a first glance, looked like the same amount, if not less, than Strangerville, which is disappointing. But yeah, I don't know. I have to actually count it maybe, and like I'll leave it in the description. But it was just kind of like, that isn't as much as I thought it would be. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it as worth it now? Maybe not. But I haven't actually explored gameplay too much. From what I've played so far, I love it. The actual world is definitely worth it. But I don't know if the actual gameplay is worth it yet, because I haven't played it, obviously. But if you want to know more about whether or not the gameplay is worth it, definitely go ahead and watch my Island Living LP. A new part of that will probably be coming out on Friday. I think I'll wait until Friday. Sometimes with LPs, I sort of upload them like 2 or 3 parts in the first week of it coming out. But usually I get like 100 or so views on the first part, but the first part's only got about 20 or 30 views. So my guess is that maybe this pack didn't have as much interest for LPs in the beginning. So I'll go ahead and give you guys some more time to watch that, because I don't want to start releasing like tons and tons of parts if not everyone has had the opportunity to watch it yet, because then some people might just fall behind and not ever want to catch up because they get too behind. Like, I totally get that. I know that right now is a busy time for me, so I understand that it could be a busy time for other people. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe wait until Friday to go ahead and upload part 2 of Island Living, just so everyone has a chance to sort of catch up. And maybe if it stays at like 30 views from like today until like Tuesday, I might upload a part on Tuesday or Thursday and Friday, I don't know. Or maybe like if it does pick up, I'll upload a part on Friday and then next Sunday maybe. I don't know, but I think this might be the only video for today. I might upload maybe one, like, I might upload this video this afternoon and then another video like tomorrow morning, and then 100 baby in the nighttime. I don't know, I might upload another video because you guys voted for the Island Living build, but the creator sim was close behind as well. And also a lot of people seemed like they did want a part 2, like those who watched it already seemed like they wanted a part 2. So I don't know, I'll try and see. I might get all those 3 of those videos out before next Friday, who knows. But we're almost done with the build. I'm just doing some finishing touches. I was really all over the place with this build because I was just like finding items I liked and going, yes, put that in this bedroom, put that there, put that outside, put this here. And now this is me sort of solidifying, going over. I wanted to go over the entire catalog for Island Living and make sure I'd at least tried to place every single item. So you could say I just went and added in some random bits and bobs here and there. But we are in these screenshots now. I love this house so, so much. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to play in it. And if you want to play in it, you can go ahead and download it off the Sims 4 gallery. My ID is Bree Simulated, or you can try searching by the hashtag Bree Simulated, and also maybe by the hashtag Island Living, but that hashtag might be a little bit over flooded. So maybe just do hashtag Bree Simulated if you can't find me through searching for my EA ID, because I know the gallery is kind of fussy sometimes. But anyway, if you play in this house, please go ahead and send me pictures on Twitter or Instagram of you doing your thing in there. I can't wait to play in there, so I hope you guys have fun playing in there if you do choose to download it. Until next time, I hope you will have a very snazzy day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!